Okay, just trying to get myself loaded so that I can see comments. There we go. See comments. All right, we're doing like a jewelry live stream. I just need to make sure that I'm angled up enough. There we go. Well, hi there. We're trying a jewelry live stream today because I feel stressed out. And I thought it might be a good idea to do something other than sewing and something other than Canva and something other than stressful painting stuff. There we go. I'm trying to use one of these old clamp things that I had. All right. Tell me, is the music too loud? I might have it too loud in my ears. I'm going to be blocking these. And then I have all these singles here that don't have companions. And I kind of am sad that there's several pairs that I can't wear, so I don't have as many in the rotation. And also, it's just silly to like make one and then never be able to wear the pair. So I either want to finish them or I want to make more pairs if I can't figure out how to recreate these, which kind of sucks if that's the case. Some of them I did finish the pairs, but I didn't block them, so I don't really like them. They don't lay flat. So I'm going to block them in the way that I block crochet stuff, which is I use the blocking board just because it's a good pin cushion, but I soak them with water first, and then I pin them, and then I spray them with hairspray, and it seems to work really well when I do it on the front and the back. Then they stay nice and stiff. Like these have been blocked and they've stayed nice. But you can use starch if you wanted. Spray starch. I don't think we have any. We always intended to buy some, but we never did, I don't think. Anyways, these want to flip and roll on me when I wear them, which is annoying, so they should be blocked. And I was too stressed out, honestly, to worry about working on a painting. And I felt too stressed out to worry about doing any more Canva-ing. I needed to do something that was actually going to be grounding. I just need to figure out how I want to pin this down. Oh, all right. Well, thanks for checking. The hairspray surprisingly works really well, actually. So that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to try to stay in the live stream here so that it's easy to see. I thought I would try to make it look pretty to look at, so that if someone was passing by, they were like, ooh, look at that. Because obviously it's easy to pass by a live stream when there's not, when there's so many other interesting live streams going on. But I need to finish these earrings. So I've got a bunch that need partners, and I have a bunch that I hadn't blocked yet. So I just need to do that. I've been doing a ton of live streams and a ton of content, and I like to wear the earrings while I do that. So it's kind of annoying to have like some pairs that feel inaccessible. Hi there, Annabelle Parker. I'll try to stay on top of the comments. It's not always easy because my face is down in what I'm doing, but I'll do my best. So once I block these, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and try to make some of the partners. I had one pattern that I see printed off, so that reminds me that I'll have to go print off these patterns so that I can make them without looking at my phone, which is what I'm using to do the live stream. So, all right, now that looks like it's being tortured, right? I just like get it pinned like in every single little spot. And then I'll like spray them with the hairspray. But I spray it with the water first just to get it going. I have like 2 sizes of T-pins, it seems. I don't want the big fat ones because this is just crochet thread, so I don't want to damage it too much. I probably should have 2 different pin containers, but I do not. Yeah, so I'm not like trying to torture this poor little earring. If you don't block earrings that are like flat that you crochet, they always want to like curl up on you. So it's a necessary evil, I feel like, but I love the blocking board for it. It's just like handy dandy. And I always like block them face down so that the beads will like jut out the back basically. So I don't know how you're spending your Saturday evening. Anyways, it's Saturday evening where I'm at. I know it might be Sunday morning in places or Saturday afternoon in others, but in any case, it's Saturday evening where I'm at. And it's the first day of spring, but it didn't feel like spring, so I didn't even go outside today. I was hoping that we would be able to, but it was just honestly too cold and windy. This one doesn't seem to need as many pins. This has like a lot of ruffles, so I needed to tame them properly. Okay. Oh, that one only took 6. That's great. I'm trying not to stick myself, and I'm trying to find only the small ones. These are like micro crochet little baby earrings. See my tiny little hooks here, which I didn't think I would like micro crochet, but I actually really do. Because most of the time when you're crocheting small things, they're not that big, so it's actually pretty what do you call it? Instant gratification. I could probably sit down in a day and make several brand new pairs of earrings. I've thought about making them for a market that I've been invited to participate in. I wanted to have art prints, but that seems to be, well, it's an ordeal. It's an ordeal for me to print off my art prints. So my husband is busy in the process of upgrading our office to make that print lab side of my life a little better, a little more easier to use, a little more user friendly. It might just be me and you, William, tonight. Sorry. It's not as interesting when we don't have other people in the chat. I'm sorry. But it's nice having you here, at least, if nothing else. I appreciate your company as I try to do some meditative work so I can stop feeling so freaking stressed out about the technology issues and the Canva issues and the communication issues and the cape issues, all the C issues, all the C's. Because it seems like there's a lot of them. All of the C's. Nothing that a nice hot bath wouldn't solve, though, you know? I actually find it calming to come and work on the live stream when I feel stressed out once I get on the live stream. It's like the apprehension of getting on there. But I was like too nervous about the painting I'm working on, which I know it's a better live stream, but I've been in the fiber art studio for 2 days and I figured, you know, tomorrow is a new day for the art studio. It's been fiber arts. Let's just go fiber arts all the way for Friday and Saturday, you know? let's finish strong in the fiber art studio. I could be working on the napkin dress tomorrow. You never know. I could just be like, I need fiber arts all weekend. It's not just a fiber arts Friday, it's a fiber arts weekend. And who says that can't be a thing, you know? Sometimes I get really stressed out trying to create content. Not really necessarily for myself, but for other people. And so I get asked to do it here and there, and it can be stressful, especially since it's always volunteer work. I think it's really just you and me, William, for sure. So I'm so sorry. I didn't entertain the masses because it's not a watercolor painting, so it's not nearly as interesting, you know? It's not as interesting to watch me stab thread with a needle. Mostly what I probably just need is a good night's sleep because I didn't sleep enough last night, but I still have some editing to do. So we'll play with the crochet stuff for a little while, and then I'm going to try to be reasonable and get to bed at a reasonable hour, which never happens anymore. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hairspray, which sounds crazy, I know, but so these have all been, let me just give these a quick extra spritz with some water just to make sure they're fully soaked. And I like to block them all face down because then when you flip them over, they're like really flat. So anyways, I'm going to spray them real good with the hairspray because that will saturate into the water and they will stay put like that for a good long time. You can always like redo it if it starts to like get flimsy because you wear them a lot. But now I'm just gonna like let that basically sit, and then when this dries up and they kind of like peel off the surface, I can flip them and spray more hairspray. Do the same thing again basically, and then this like kind of cleans off pretty easily. So that's my process for that. And now I have to figure out how in the world did I make these. And what that means is like I had to figure out what hook size I had going on, what beads I had going on, what yarn I had going on. I mean, like this one here is so tiny. I can tell I use a tiny, tiny hook, but I have no idea what size. And what pattern I had going on too. These are all like different patterns. I can't recall. I want to say these are different than those. These 3 are the same pattern. That's a different pattern. These 4 are one pattern. This is its own pattern. That is not the same as these, I don't think. And then this is its own pattern. So I'll have to like get all the patterns, but this is the pattern that I have printed off. And that's probably the most I would be able to crochet in this period of time. And I need to pay attention to my camera here because I'm actually like needing to be a little bit over here. There we go. Sorry about that. Oops, I lost my live stream. There we go. How do I catch up? I don't know how to catch up to the beginning. Let's see if I can get in right at the live point where I'm at. There we go. Okay, sorry guys, I'm still learning how to do this. So anyways, I've got this one here. I love this color yarn. I've actually got it in my ears right now. These probably could use a blocking. I don't know if I ever blocked these. I started wearing them right out of the starting gate, but I really like how this yarn or thread, whatever you want to call it, has like a multicolored effect to it. So I'm going to see if I can figure out what hook size I was using for this. I could just start with the directions say 1 millimeter hook. I'm not sure if I did go with a 1 or if I went with a 2. Sometimes I use a bigger hook than what's recommended for the pattern. So I'm going to have to see. So here's the thread that is made with. And at least I'm pretty sure that's the thread. I'm guessing it looks so different on the skein than it does here, but that I think that's about right. So anyways, I'll set that there. And I don't know why it has a knot for some reason. I don't know what that's about. I'll have to take care of that after. And then as far as my hook size, I've got my directions right here. Oh, thank you for the likes. I really appreciate it. I just can't imagine I would have gone with a 1. Maybe. There's a 1.5. Do you see how tiny that is? She's saying a 1. There's my 1. Look at how tiny that hook is. That is just crazy tiny. I just can't picture I went with that size. All right, well, let's do it and see. Because the only thing I know to do to figure this out is just to start the earring and see how big it gets. And if it's not big enough, then it's the wrong hook size. So let's see. I'm not allowed to tell you what the pattern is, but I can at least read it. So I'm going to start with a magic circle. And it's a tiny little magic circle. Wow, I feel like I could bring you in a lot closer. But then you would see my ugly hands. So tiny little crochet hooks. Yeah, I could probably get you closer so that you could see better. I gotta be careful so I don't knock the thing over. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we're zooming in. I need to stay out here then. So not that really helps at all. Because can you see what I'm doing? No, you can't. So it says chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and descend ring. So I never chain 3 or 2 for a double crochet. I always just do a standing. Even on these dinky little patterns, I still do a standing double crochet. I just think they look better. I don't like the chaining. So wow, this feels unrealistically tiny. And I've done earrings with size 1 hooks, but all right. Oh my word. Okay. So there's the first one, and then we double crochet again. All right. Okay. All right. Wow. Stressful. This is what happened. This little knot got caught in here. All right. Goodbye. So here's what we're going for. Now it says to chain 6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 3 DC. Okay. 1. Oh dear. I'm having to try to do this with my glasses on, which isn't the best thing in the world. I can't really see with them on. Okay, now you're in stereo. There's 1.
Sorry, I can't come in with live stream audio. Otherwise, we're going to be back in time.
Right. Don't want to go back in time. How's it going?
I found a bunch of stuff I was looking for, so that's pretty good.
That's always cool. Finding stuff you're looking for is always good.
How's this going?
I don't know. It seems to be going okay.
Wow, those are tiny.
Yes, it is
even tinier in person than it is on the live stream. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is very tiny.
Like you said, it's a small crochet hook. Like I'd be afraid to touch it. I mean, I know it's strong, and I'm not worried about you doing anything to it. But I'm like, wow.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Like an electron microscope to do that.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a challenge. So I'm gonna put these aside, and I need like my little bowl over there. Can you grab me that blue, wide, fat, round bowl there? That might be helpful. All right, right, so now three more double crochet. William came over to have a chat, which I'm always grateful for. He is rewiring the office, rewiring and doing lighting and all that good stuff so that it works better than,
I love that, by the way,
than what it worked before. Yeah, it's a pretty bowl, and I got it like at a I don't know, a craft store, like Hobby Lobby or something. I don't know, but there we go. That will make the yarn smooth.
Bowl.
All right,
Why?
It's one of my favorite yarn bowls because it's so smooth. All right, I feel like I'm doing this wrong. Maybe. I don't know. It's so tiny. Sorry if I have to get my head in the way. I can't see what I'm doing.
Music could be a little louder if you wanted.
Oh, okay. I didn't want it to be too overwhelming. Here. How's that? Is that better?
I'll have to walk out of the room and do a sound check, but I will do that check-in. So I also need it. Speaking of tiny crochet hooks, I need a tiny Phillips screwdriver so I can link these under cabinet lights together.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
It's something.
I feel like I'm messing up somehow. Maybe not.
What's that?
I said I feel like I'm messing up. Maybe not. I don't know.
No, you are.
All right. I'm gonna try to move it closer so that my face can get down to my crocheting here. Here we go. It's a little bit better. It's casting a shadow on things. We don't want that. So let's scooch that off to the side. All right. I like the aesthetics of the live stream, but I can't see what I'm doing. All right. So I hate to do this, but I want to make sure I didn't get lost in what I was doing, and I feel like I did.
Yeah, level stuff. You could even, believe it or not, go louder if you wanted. Whatever you got, unless you put the microphone near the music. Where if you have both on you,
then we'll do it. Like, try that.
All right.
We'll clip it right there. And maybe that will make more sense. How's that music level now, William? I want to make sure that you're happy with the ambiance of the live stream that you're listening to. And I thank you for listening to my live stream.
Yeah, that's much better, actually.
All right, thank you.
Now it's, now you can hear more live stream, but you got the mic on you, so you can hear you still really good.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to try to do this again because I felt like I messed it up, but I couldn't see what I'd done. So that's the problem with this micro crochet, is if you don't do it right the first time around, or you do something wrong, it can be really hard to see what you did wrong, which is what happened to me. It didn't look right, but I couldn't tell. I can't imagine that I used a size 1 to do this. That would have annoyed me to no end. But we're going to stick it out and see what happens. See if I use the 1.5 or the 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and then 3 double crochet in that little tiny spot. I was doing the crocheting because I was too stressed out and I needed to chill out and relax, and now I'm wondering if that was the best plan. All right, I think I can see what I'm doing. I think I can see, and I think the live stream can see. I think everyone can see. That was the consternation, is I'm blind mostly, so I need to be able to hold it really close to my face without my head getting in the way, which is always the problem. 3, 4, 5, 6. guess you have to do this how many times? 5. Okay, I got it. I got it. All right, see, wait, we're getting loops. We're getting loops. All right, 2 more double crochets. I'll be bummed though if I make this earring in the size 1 hook and then it ends up not having been a size 1 and it was like a 1.5 or a 2. I don't know. It looks like it could have been the 1. Wow. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Double crochet. Wow. I feel like this hook could be dangerous. It's like almost sharp with like a little hook on the end. You would not want to get impaled by this thing because, ouch, it would get stuck. Wow, I'm sorry. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. I'm getting yarn blindness here. All right, that's 2. And then the third one. Wow, this is challenging. But I do love how you can get like a brand new pair of earrings really quickly. I couldn't go to the mall and buy a new pair as quickly as this. And I couldn't order them as quickly as this. And I have so many beads and I have so much yarn or thread or whatever you want to call it that the options for new earrings are just endless for me. So it's fun. I don't really like to buy them anymore. I buy them once in a blue moon, but now I just mostly make them. Okay, so 1, 2. Oh, come on now. Ah, when it has the hook on it is so tiny that it like comes out of loop all the time. I gotta move that because my elbow was like getting trapped. In this case, you do need to put your elbows on the table. My parents were not sticklers about elbows on the table. Were your parents sticklers about elbows on the table, William? My parents, fortunately, were not, but I think that was because they didn't care themselves. All right, that's 4 of these little openings. So now we're going to do the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's going to be 1 double crochet in the opening here, and then I think I joined to the first little cluster, right? I feel like my first couple of double crochets got like buried here. I need to like dig them out. There we go. I think I found it. All right. I guess that sort of looks like it's supposed to. I don't know. I feel like it could look better. I'm gonna just pull it a tiny bit and see what I can do. Your parents didn't care about elbows at all? Thank goodness, because seriously, it's dinner time. Who has time for that? You know, it's funny. I was thinking about your dad being in that big house by himself and in that huge dining room. Like, you know, is he ever going to like end up entertaining anybody ever again? It's so funny. Can't he just like, you know, down, he could let us live upstairs and he could live downstairs. What do you think about that? Oh, wait a minute. I know what I'm doing wrong. I crocheted the 6. I got to do 1 more in there. That's the problem. All right, 1 more. And that's, all right. I think I got it. Oh my gosh. Yay. Just don't come back through. I want to pull out. There we go. All right, so now I have to join it to the first one. And there we have it. We have the little wonky amoeba. And I was saying there's no way but there is way, because that would probably be too big if I was using a 1.5 hook. Interesting. Okay, so now I'm gonna slip stitch over to the little hole here. I'm not gonna cut and join because nobody's got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm just gonna be slip stitching over to this opening because yeah. So into first petal, we're gonna do a single crochet, a half double, a whoopsie daisy, let's see, okay, so 4 double crochet, 1 half, that's actually a half, there we go, now we have 1 double crochet. You can go like half and then 1, so now I've got 1 and now I've got 1.5. Nope, back to 1. Try this again. 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. Okay, so there's my 4. Hey, Mary. We were just talking about manners at the dinner table.
Yes.
Your parents didn't care about the elbows on the table.
No, my parents didn't care about it.
Right. Neither did my parents. No.
Wasn't even a thing.
No.
No posture, no elbows.
None of that stuff, right? No. Same.
No, they didn't care about that. Probably no nose picking.
Okay, we obviously, come on now. That's a rule that you're not supposed to, I think that's a generic rule across the board no matter where you're at.
Yeah, I guess so.
And if it's not, then there's a problem. So yeah, anything that you were supposed to keep to yourself, that wasn't at the table, obviously.
Right. Okay.
All right, my mom was very particular about that stuff. How's it going over there with the office and the rewiring? William is rewiring the print lab. We've had like cords all over the place, things plugged into the bad outlets. If the power was to go off in the middle of things, we would lose stuff. So he's been over there doing wiring, lighting, plugging, hookups, all that good stuff.
I've collected a bunch of things and now I'm back to actually doing it.
Mary says they ate in the living room. You know, my parents were sticklers. We did not ever eat in the living room. And William and I have this giant house, and our table has an 8-seater table to it. And it's also really funny because we have a separate dining room. That's the studio. We have so many places to eat. Plus, we have an island with a couple chairs, and we still mostly eat. Well, you can see our live streams, our time lapses. We eat in the studio, we eat at the coffee table, we eat in the fiber arts room, we eat in the office, but rarely do we ever sit at the table and eat. But occasionally we do.
We eat up here. I don't like dragging the food up here and then back down. It's a pain in the butt.
But he does it all the time. Sometimes we eat right in the bedroom, actually, while we're playing cards or something. He's very good natured, and if I'm not feeling like leaving the bedroom because I am having anxiety or whatever, he will very kindly bring me food. He'll bring me bacon right in the bathtub. He'll put me in the bath and then bring me bacon in the bath. So he says it's a pain, but he's very good natured about it. Unless you're just using this time now to vent publicly when you have resentment.
I still will do it wherever you want.
But I'll resent it secretly.
I'm not going to resent it secretly. you already know my opinion on it. But like, I have no like whatever works best for you is fine for me. Like,
she said they had their shows that they had during dinner. We didn't have a TV. My parents weren't a TV kind of people, so we didn't. We would mostly sit around the table together as a family. And then when my mom started working 3 to 11, when I was 12, I took over cooking dinner, and then it was me and my dad and my brothers. And then at some point, my dad got a job while I was in high school, and it was like at a gas station down like a block away, and I would actually bring his dinner down to him. So
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
yeah, at the Cumbies down on Bay Street in Glens Falls. Your old friend Glens Falls that you love hanging out at so much.
Yep.
Are you going back to the print lab?
I have to pee.
Oh, all right. He's going to the going to the bathroom, going to the loo. All right. So I said it was a dubious thing that this earring was made with a size 1 hook, because I can't imagine that I would have the patience for it. Apparently it was, and I'm not even sure I can get it even as small as that. I feel like I'm being loosey-goosey with my stitches here. So yeah, if you're wondering, thank you. If you're wondering what I'm doing, so we finished the cape today. You'll get to see it in the vlog that I post. We finished the cape, and I was doing a bunch of work in Canva, and I was working on posts, and I was getting like stressed out. And so he's still working in the office, but there's not much I can do in there. And he was like, "Oh, do you want to go down to the studio?" And I was like, "I really don't. It's like almost 8 o'clock." So I said, "You know what I want to do? I want to be working on some of these earrings, because I have a bunch of singles that I don't have matches for, that I never made. And so I kind of want to do that." So we started off the live stream by blocking a bunch of earrings that I had already made, because if you don't block them, then they get like, they fold on you. Certain ones anyways, that if they're flat, like this has a little shape to it. It looks like a flower, so it's kind of okay that it's not super flat, but other ones need to be flatter. So sorry, I'm holding it like off the camera. I'm seeing that in my phone next to us. I need to be like over here. Oh, that's very interesting where that camera angle grabs. No, I'm testing things here. I want to see. Okay, sorry, I'm playing around. Okay, it's just interesting to see what the camera angle looks like on my phone. There we go. All right. I didn't say these live streams were going to be any good. They're just me entertaining myself, and my husband trying to help me with my anxiety. So encouraging me to get on a live stream, and I was like, gosh, I don't know if I can handle the stress of the painting right now. It's been a long day. I was exhausted. I didn't get enough sleep. I was up late. Technology wasn't being my friend. I'm having to make social media content for an organization that I help with, volunteer with, I guess you could say. I don't feel like a volunteer. Sometimes I feel like a little bit of a slave. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I create content for Hope for a Women's Heart. So if you ever see that, that's content. Sometimes I'm creating that content. They have a YouTube page, and it only has like 11 subscribers, but I put content up on their Instagram and up on their Facebook and on their YouTube, and I generate a lot of that on Canva and stuff. And it's just a pain. It's very I don't know. It's very challenging to, get people to agree on stuff, and I don't know. Blah. I like to work independently, and it's hard when other people are tasking you with doing things and they have a very particular idea of what they want it to look like, and it's hard to fulfill that, and it's just, I don't know. Plus, I'm just trying to optimize the output for us for the algorithm, and sometimes I feel like people don't understand that, so they're working against what Facebook or YouTube or whatever would want you to create for posts, and actually kind of be almost more destructive. So I don't know, I get stressed out, and And I was like, I need to go and work on something. But I am seeing that these earrings are this isn't going to be the same size. So did I actually work in a hook size smaller, or did I just make these little openings, the chains, smaller? I almost wonder if that's the case, because the scent, I don't know. This looks smaller. This is my size 1. So I'm wondering, which means that none of these would be that. Was I even tinier? Maybe like with a 0.75? I don't even know where those are. Where are my really, really ridiculously tiny hooks, William? Are they in the bedroom? On the window ledge? I feel kind of like stuck at the moment, not having, this is definitely too big. Huh. All right, so that's interesting. All right, so I need to rethink things here for a minute. That size 1 hook is actually too big for what I'm trying to do. Alrighty then. I grabbed a bunch of my hooks, but apparently these are like the mid-range hooks. I have giant ones and I have really tiny ones, but I didn't grab all the tiny ones. I didn't realize that. No matter what kind of day you had. Oh, thank you. You are so kind. I appreciate that. Yes. Yep. Oh, I think you're delightful, Mary. William, I'm putting down a 911 call for the other hooks. I guess what I can do in the meantime, because I can't go out on a mission to find hooks right now, obviously. So, but what I can do is I can grab another yarn color and I can make the pair in the size 1. I said I wasn't going to start another pair, but we have like, this is extenuating circumstances, so I can't help it. I have a great excuse. So now I'm just gonna look at the threads that I have here and see what they look like. I could use these. All right. I'm wondering, I'm gonna make my way over to the yarn wall real quick, and I think I'm just gonna grab this color right here, maybe. I have another pair in this color, but they're actually kind of big, and I'm wondering.
You need tiny hooks?
Yeah.
Should Arch's paper be in the studio?
What size is that? Is 11 by 14?
This is
12 by 18?
11.69 by 16.53.
Oh yeah, that would probably be studio paper.
Yeah, it's hot press Arches.
Oh, it's hot press. Maybe I brought it up so we could test it.
Oh, okay. It's nice.
It's expensive paper,
right.
For sure. Oh, that's cool. Old Pepsi can blue. Neat.
So do you need me to find tiny hooks for you?
Can you go check the windowsill in the where the crochet corner is and see if I have another cup? I have the cup with the big hooks, but is there a cup with the tiny hooks? Because I don't know. It's so bizarre. That's all right. We can pivot. I'm never going to complain about having another pair of earrings to make. So that's what we're going to do is I'm just going to make another pair. If he finds the hooks, then sure, we can go down. Or I can work on trying to get my tension smaller with the size 1, maybe. I don't know. That seemed like such a drastic difference. It was like giant. I don't want it to be like a $50 size. Although I do have these. Like, look at these, Mary. Some of them are pretty dang big. There, I gotta put it where you can see it. No?
Nope.
Where are they? Oh. See, that's what happens is I find new, better places for things and then I lose the things.
Do you have the like the assortment pack of boy hooks? Where'd you give them all to Nay?
Oh. I think I gave those tonight. I don't know. I would want my clovers though.
Well, you gave her. I know we got her one, but I don't know if we got her own or if we.
I have my own clovers in a glass cup somewhere. The tiny,
right
tiny
there.
ones. No, there were tinier ones than this, I thought.
Those are the smallest clovers you got.
I have, but there's more in this size with the silver.
Okay.
There's smaller ones than just these. There's like a 0.75, I think, and a point.
Oh, okay.
And like a 1.25. I thought there were more in
the
the set.
Don't trust a man to look because, you know.
There's more in this tiny set. You don't remember, but you bought me the tiniest set.
Yeah.
It had more than just these two. Oh my gosh. I'll be sad if I can't find them, but they're around somewhere. I end up losing stuff without meaning to because I'm always in a ton of different places doing things all over the place. But anyways, we're gonna make this pair in the blue. And then I'll make them both with a size 1 right now. And they'll be a similar size. And I'll just be on the lookout for the other hooks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have to take off my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I love to wear earrings, Mary. I think that I'm not a big fan of makeup, honestly. You've seen my videos. I'm a pretty natural girl, but I do like a little bit of jewelry just for a little bling. All right, so I'm gonna start off with a standing double crochet because that's just how I like to do that. I'm not a big fan of the chain 3. I don't know. I'm just being probably snobbish, but I like the standing double crochet. If I can get it to work. This hook is so tiny that I already lost what I was doing. Let's try that again. It's tricky when it's so little. All right. I'm going to try to hold it closer to my face. Once I get the first one done, then it's like I've paved the way. The first one is like, oh, that'll do. That'll do. That will do just fine. Okay, perfect. Oh man, I already dropped the second one. Yeah, the first couple are hard, I feel like, but the first one is like the hardest. All right, there's number 2. And I guess I could make the openings. I could chain 5 instead of 6, maybe. I'm gonna do that because it's there's no rules that say I have to follow one crochet pattern or another in any particular way. It's my pair of earrings.
All right, so you got nothing.
That's so weird. I'm gonna have to think about that. Yeah, I bet if you look online, you'll see this clover crochet hook with the bright silver, like the chrome. These all came together, I thought.
Yeah.
So.
There's more than 2.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yes, for sure.
All right.
I just have to think about it.
Okay.
At one point, I had all this stuff in the office, but I doubt it's probably not in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know what to think about it.
Okay.
In the meantime, I can just make another pair because I'm sitting here doing this. So, what are you working on in there? How's that going? Are you done?
No.
Oh, no, he says. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to make a pair of earrings while I'm sitting here. I don't know where my other hooks went. I'm sad about it, and I can't really.
Right here.
Oh, he found them. How cool is that? I just grabbed this cup thinking, oh, that's all of them. No, here they are. See? I don't need the file. But anyways, here they are.
Do you use the file up here for anything?
I wonder what I was using it for. I was using it for something.
Or should that be with tools?
It should be with tools.
All right.
Yes, William to the rescue. William to the rescue. All right. Yes, he got me the tiny little crochet hooks. All right, so back to there. That can live in there where it belongs. I'm gonna scooch a little bit here. I needed to like angle my butt in a different way so I wasn't like half off the camera. That's half the problem here. Take a sip of something cold. Okay. So did I say I was doing 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had such a good time hanging out with you, Mary, last night during our live stream where I was working on the cape. The cape turned out really good. I actually do think that that is a great hack to make a cloak or a cape with the Walmart blanket. It works so well. I'm actually really pleased. Well, now that I've got this as 5, I wonder that could be the make or break here on these earrings. So it doesn't hurt to test one out with a different color. 4, 5. We can see better when you are holding closer to your face in the camera. Oh, that's good. Okay. Thank you for the feedback. I can even scooch this stuff off to the side so it's not like underneath what I'm doing. Yeah, because I'm blind, so I have to be very close to what I'm working on. Oh, there we go. That's kind of cool. You're always fantastic with feedback. You said it. You learned so much from me. I was saying that I learn a lot from you. Actually, you help us become better at this live stream game. 2, 3, 4, 5. How was your Saturday, Mary? Did you do anything fun? Ouch, I just stabbed myself. I told you they're pokey. I want to scooch this stuff back a little bit. Hang on. There we go. I'll get better at doing this. I like the suede mat board though. Underneath the... I almost want to like move this out of the way though. I want to do a little rearranging here. Like maybe like that. Let me breathe a little bit. I don't want to dig into my mat board. This is like expensive. Not that it really matters, but it's scuffed up easily. So I have like cup holders for it. There we go. That might be a little bit better angle. All right. Look at that. Now we're all clean and tidy. Hung out with your sister. Nice. Retirement is good. Yeah, I bet. I don't know if we'll ever get to retire, but doing what we do, you know, it's not that half bad. Artists don't ever retire. They just keep making art until they fade away. You don't really need to retire, you know, if you're a creative. Oh, tell me that I did only get, dang it. I only got 2 double crochet in that first one. Ah, all right. Oh, wow. Just frog it and continue forward. That's the best thing you can do. Frog it as quickly as possible. Frogging means to rip it out, in case you didn't know. Why is it called frogging? Because a ribbit, you're ripping it out. And the best thing to do is like a Band-Aid, just rip it off and hurry up and do it and start over. Because before you know it, you'll be back to where you were at. And then you won't have the mistake there bothering you. I just like to rip it out and redo it immediately. Four, 5. Oh, come on now. We didn't film it, but you missed earlier. We had some amazing pie from Smith's. We had the apple cider donuts yesterday, and William brought home a apple raspberry crumb pie, and he gets us the mini pies, and they are just so good. The crust is so flaky, and the crumb topping is so delicious, and the fruit filling is like tart but sweet, but just so good. Oh my gosh, these people like make so many pies, it's insane. The line to get them for the holidays is crazy. For Thanksgiving, you have to order them days in advance, and the line to get them will be like wrapped around for a mile. It's just crazy. It doesn't seem like legitimate that they're as good as they are, and yet they are. If we could send you anything, it would be a Smith pie, and it would just, you wouldn't want to look back. There's something, I'm not a big apple pie fan, but there's something amazing about the apple raspberry crumb pie. It is so good. All right, last double crochet. See, I'm already back to where I was before my mistake, and I already forgot about it. All right, so now I'm going to join to the first double crochet, which is my standing double crochet down in here, which kind of gets like tucked in there, but it's in there. And then I'm going to slip stitch over to the opening here, because I do not believe in cutting and joining if I can help it. All right, so single crochet, half double. Maybe I'll actually tighten up my tension and get it to be what it's supposed to be, because I'm a little not practiced. I haven't made a pair of earrings in months, because the only time I ever make them is when I'm doing a pattern test and somebody's like, oh, will you please test my pattern for me? And I know I should say no. That's one thing I really struggle with. Oh, thank you, Mary. I really appreciate that. One thing I really struggle with is I really struggle with saying no. I get spread really thin, and I get sometimes taken advantage of, or just, people don't understand. Like, they think, well, you're an artist and you work from home, and therefore you're not that busy, and you must have a lot of time on your hands. And if you watch my content, you're going to know my husband says I am the busiest person he knows, and he's the one with a full-time job. So I am a busy person, and I struggle to say no. I get roped into all kinds of commitments all the time, and I try to not overdo it, but it's hard. Oh man, this picot stitch is this where you have to like slip stitch, and I can't get my nails are too long. I don't know how women have fake nails and do things. I can't even do things with my real nails. That's why they're cut off as short as they are. Because I don't know how you do, like, I don't need them down to the nub, but I have no idea how women have like 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch nails and like can like pick things up and stuff. I don't understand that. It's not that I'm not a girly girl. I'm just not what do you want to say? I'm just a very natural girly girl. That's how we're gonna say it. I'm a natural girly girl. I don't wear makeup. I don't dye my hair. I don't tan my skin. I don't do nails. I don't have fake eyelashes. I don't do my eyebrows. I'm just in dresses and in jewelry, and what you see is what you get. But I don't feel like I'm not a girly girl. I feel like other people think I'm not a girly girl. No, I'm just a very natural girly girl, if that makes any sense. Very boho, natural type thing. Bohemian, you know? A little bit of a hippie thrown in there. That doesn't make you not a girly girl just because you're a hippie. It makes you a natural girly girl. You still love the beads, and you still love the long flowy dresses, and you still love, all things flowery and feminine, but you're just not into the fake stuff, I guess, and I don't want to criticize people who are into that, but like for me, I'm just a very natural boho type person.
And that's what I love. Did you hear me literally laughing out loud at the thought that just because you're home, you're probably not busy?
Oh gosh, yeah, I know. I do think that people think that, like, oh, you work from home, so you must have all the time in the world.
Yeah, that.
Right. I think you get to rest more for having to work, basically, as crazy as that
I'm
sounds.
so great. You are really actually so kind to me, like making sure I lay down and take little naps and things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
and I try to make sure he has food, and then he's fed, and
I
he's
feel bad because I know
rested.
you slept less than me, though.
I do. A lot of times I'm sleeping less than him, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna learn to have balance, and I'm gonna learn to say yes when I'm supposed to, and no when I'm supposed to, and all that stuff. I do not regret the cape. Okay, I think that we could be making a fun tutorial that people would be really interested in. So I'm not throwing that in the garbage.
No, I wouldn't.
Not at all. I think it worked out really phenomenally well. So, how's it going next door in the office?
We'll be wearing capes in the future.
I think we should be wearing capes and monocles and top hats and canes as well. I mean, why not get the whole ensemble together?
I could use a pair of one of these clippers here.
Oh, if you want to steal my clippers.
Yeah, just to trim off some zip tie.
Oh, wait till you see the cape now, Mary. It's something else now. I'm pretty excited for it. And if I was wearing it, it would still be, it would still be hitting the floor. It isn't as long as it was, but it's very flowy, and it works really well. And anybody that's not 6'4", it's going to be a long drapey cape. It's up to his calves at this point. But again, it's just a cape. It doesn't need to be dragging on the floor. So this is coming along very seaside. What do you think? Like, it looks like ocean glass or sea glass. I love ocean colors. I love the ocean. It would be my life's goal for us to be moving to like the panhandle of Florida and living out our senior years down there, which is kind of a funny thing to say, but we are going to try to stay here where we're at for another year or two. But I think the goal is to be headed down south at somewhere. We don't know exactly where, but out of New York State for sure in the next couple of years. They're going to price us right out of the state anyways. And who in the world wants to retire into the cold, miserable winter? I don't. And we're not going to retire. We'll end up continuing to work, and we'll probably just need a more comfortable place in which to do so. So, all right. So now that I have gotten my brain wrapped around doing this again, I can see how that was the number one, but possibly with a chain 5 and not a chain 6, which made a big difference in the opening of the little flower. So I think I could just do this again. But I mean, these hook sizes come so tiny, it's ridiculous. This one here, 0.9. Ow. And in the ends of them, there's a hook on there and it still stabs you. 0.6. I mean, I don't even know if you can see the tip of that. It's so crazy tiny. So yeah, they can go wicked tiny. I'm going to ask tomorrow, Mary, if they're going to do that Good Friday service on the live stream, because we live stream all kinds of things, including our regular services. But I'm really interested to know if they're going to live stream it, because I bet my parents would be interested as well. probably going to be unlikely that I can get them to come out at night and come do a nighttime thing. My dad has a terrible injury on his leg, so I'm sure being out and about in the damp at night is not exactly his cup of tea, you know? It's not my cup of tea, honestly. All right, I do like how these are turning out. That's very pretty. I was wearing like a tie-dyed blue and white cloud dress that William picked out today for me. I said, please pick out what I'm going to wear because I have so many dresses. You'll see a ton of different ones in all the content I create because I have a huge collection of them, and a lot of them I've gotten for free or next to nothing. And he picked out like a blue tie-dyed skyish looking one. So these would be pretty with that, with this dress I'm wearing right now. Oh, I know this is actually quite tiny. I used to do, my ex-husband and I, we had like train layouts, and he used the O scale, which is pretty big. And I liked the N scale, which isn't the tiniest, but it's very close to it. I just liked the miniature world that the trains were in. I thought it was the coolest thing. Now I don't have time for that because I'm too busy doing art, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that William's like, no, you don't need to worry about my little boy hobbies. Let's do your studio, and that's very kind of him. But I did really like making the little models and stuff. They were cool. All right, so let's see. Almost done with the third petal. I could have a new pair of earrings for church tomorrow, William, if I actually put my brain to it and just sat and did them start to finish. And now we know that my tension was just off in my first round because I first of all had chain 6 in the opening, so not chain 5, but also I just think that I'm out of practice. So that'll do it to you, you know? You haven't done something in a while, it's gonna look wobbly. So it had a little wobble going on. But I dig how it's looking. It looks like a butterfly, doesn't it? Sorry, I keep forgetting to lift this up. Oh, look how it like makes the camera on this phone is fantastic. I stopped doing live streams on my iPad and I started using my new cell phone, and I'm freaking amazed with the quality of the camera. It's so good, it's insane. I don't even know what to make of it. I'm still learning about it, but it's pretty incredible technology. I can't even believe what we have access to for technology these days compared to what we used to have access to, which is just comical. When I think about the digital camera I was using back in the early 2000s to photograph my artwork, it's just comical now. It's comical. All right, I need to count 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so chain 3, 2, 3, slip stitch. My muscles are hurting from doing this. That's like hurts my back. Might be the angle at which I'm sitting. I don't know. I'm trying to like untense my shoulders. I was wondering if my headaches, I was getting like all these headaches. I've been doing like a little workout every day, and I was wondering if like maybe I was getting tension in my shoulders from doing planks and stuff. I've been much better these last 2 days though, so my brain has clearly gotten used to it. Although we're supposed to do the workout tonight, William, and it's 9 o'clock. We're already getting like behind schedule here. So I might just do this one earring and wrap it up, call it a night. It's still an accomplishment. And we got to hang out with Mary. So, oh, it is a lot tighter. You're not wrong. You know, I was just like really out of practice. And now that I have this like little fun beading, crocheting live stream, like now I can't fit everything in the camera, but like I have all these beautiful beads that I use to make like the little top part of each earring. So I don't know, I thought it would be fun to have like a couple different live stream areas set up, just ready and waiting for me for when I am feeling the inspiration. So all right, 1, 2, 3. Whoops, I put that in the wrong spot. I got to talking and I got confused for a minute because I got excited. Because I like to have like things just ready to go and knowing that it's there, and it gives me like, I don't know, some kind of sense of like, oh, this won't be hard to do because it's already sitting there, it's already waiting for me, so I can just pick it up and go. And then there's like less need to procrastinate because it's just waiting. So I like having like little areas staged and ready to go. Like my watercolor, it's down there, it's just waiting, it's ready, it's staged, it's ready to go. Which I'm hoping that the inspiration is there for me in the morning after church. All right, I've got the last petal to do. I feel like I kind of like hurt the red though in the last one. I did, it like pulled a little bit. That's not good. Wonky. It got a wonky. Got a little wonky. All right, so there's my single crochet. I'm hoping that I can somehow tuck that little weird, there we go, tuck that away. So now for the final petal. All right, so I got a single crochet and a half double. Sounds like diving moves to me always when I'm saying the crochet things out loud, or like a ice skating. Triple Lutz, loop, axle. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so when I'm feeling like really anxious, this could be like my little secret hideaway live stream spot where I can go hang out with some friends and chat and be creative, but not feel like the pressure of making a painting. And I didn't really ever think about that. The only live streams we've done from the Fiber Arts rooms are like cleaning it up. And then last night I was like, oh, what the heck? Let's just see who's on, you know? Oh, I didn't slip stitch that. Whoops. So I don't know. I just felt inspired to set up a little micro crochet station. And so far, I'm digging it. It could be the chillest vibe of all the vibes that I've had going on so far. Oh, come on now. Even the cooking live streams. Those are chill vibes, but this could be a little more chill. I think the only chiller I could get would be like sipping a pina colada on the beach somewhere. And maybe getting this to actually go through the loop. I'm having to like pull it through. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Whew. Got a few more to put inside this loop and then it can be fastened off. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is like a very escapist space for sure. This can be like my little Alice in Wonderland hole here. When the world is not nice to me or I feel like overwhelmed, this is a nice little respite. Oh, and I dropped my thread. I guess that's fine. It's woven in. It's woven in. It's all good. All right. So I need 1 single crochet right here, and then a slip stitch, and join slip stitch to here, and I think that's it, right? Yeah. All right. So now I can trim my tiny little old-fashioned scissors. Okay. Look at that. It's kind of cool, huh? And this one doesn't have to be blocked because the little like texture of the petals is like 3-dimensional, you know? So I think that looks kind of cool. So what I want to do now is hopefully find a good needle in which to weave in the ends. So let's see what I got. Maybe, oh, that one's kind of like thick. It's tricky when you're doing the earrings because you don't want something that's too sharp and split the thread, but you don't want something that's too fat either. All right. This one is pretty much already woven in because I like held it in place while I was doing all of the loops, so I could just trim that one off basically already. But this one I need to weave in a little bit just so it stays put. Oh. If I don't wet it, it doesn't work. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. All right, there we go. There we go. So now I just want to pop that through to the back side. I love that. That looks great. And I just want to weave this in a little bit so that it doesn't like come undone on me. Let me hold that up for you. Sometimes I have to grab pliers to pull the thread through because it's like so tight. They don't come undone, especially if you do actually wet them and spray them with the starch or the hairspray. It kind of holds them together forever. So even if you didn't block it, it wouldn't matter if you actually starched it because the stuff is never going to come undone. None of my earrings have ever come apart, and I wear wherever that other pair is. I wear the other pair like all the time, every day. And it's the first pair I ever made. So they are probably the worst pair. All right. Maybe one more time around just for, you know, posterity. Grab the pliers. There we go. And let's cut our tail. There we go. Now, a whole bunch of new ones that are still like on the strings. Back in the day when you could go into Joann's and buy them. I could see those possibly. Oh, interesting. Would you look at that? There's a couple earrings in the bottom of this dish that I had forgotten were there. Oh my gosh, they're little butterflies. Interesting. I apparently forgot I made some earrings. Why does that not surprise me, even in the slightest? It doesn't surprise me a bit. Oh, I love those sweaters. They're great. Alice in Wonderland, by the way, Mary, is like my favorite, all-time favorite movie. So my daughter knows that, and she's like a big Disney fan, and she will always, if her dad like takes her to Disney, she will always bring me home there's a needle threader right there. I'm finding all kinds of things in this bowl. She will bring me home some kind of Alice in Wonderland, like, what do you call it? Souvenir, like every single time. Let's see what else we got going on. These are a really good match for that. I wouldn't mind like a second color. That's not bad. It's a little bit more navy than I would want. That could be, maybe. These match decently, but those are like a little better. Little purple bells, I guess, are another one that could go with it. Could be. Interesting. Not the silver and gold ones, I don't think. Let's grab these. Oh, yeah. Pearly. I might have something. I don't know. I have like ocean type colors, but not really ocean like shapes. Looks like sea glass, kind of. It's got the same blue. This kind of looks like sea glass. And then in here, oh, here's some round blue beads that are similar in color to that. I know I've got a ton of beads all over the place because that's what always happens to me, is I'll have too many. These are kind of cool. They come in a couple different sizes. I got these. Options. Silver dollar flat ones. Which ones were those? I have actual shell ones. All right. Like I have some of these shell ones. There's actual shell, and there's like white shell right there. And then there's these green ones here. I think we're gonna say no to the flowers. I don't know about the square beads either. More natural maybe shapes, you know? It's probably the matchiest ones we got. Oh, and there's these mother of pearl ones as well. And then there's like these light purpley ones. Those are kind of cool. All right, so let's get rid of these out of the way so they're not in the way. I'm gonna say no to the dark blue ones. And maybe even no to these this time around. No to these, to this one. The white might be a little too stark contrast for my taste. So I'm gonna say no to those. That could be a little, they're pretty, but they're like a little fancy. I don't know. I'm almost feeling like the little ocean, seashell vibe going on with like sea glass. I feel like that could be a possibility. So what I want to do now is I want to get my T-pens. I might even go with silver for these. Or I said T-pens, I meant, no, these. I think they're called eye hooks. go with silver. Okay. And let's see. So I'm gonna just stack up some beads on this and see what I think. Like, let me just start with this blue one on the bottom, and then maybe the shell next. Oh, that shell is a little wonky. Maybe this one? I do like the natural shell shape, but if the pin won't go through it, that might be a problem. There are a bunch of them though, so let's see. Interesting. Because they're all slightly different, so they all have like a little bit of personality. Well, that one wants to go on the hook, on the eye hook, one direction, but not the other. Well, this might be a challenge to find. I do like these shell pieces. All right, there's a little shell piece right there. And let's say I put the little green bead on the top, just cause. It's like a very light green, but that could be, that could be, that could be. That's not bad either. It's like a little shell, a little glass. That could be, that could be, that could be. All right. See if I can actually recreate that somewhat. Just because I've learned one thing. It's wise to make both pins at the same time, because I probably won't make the other earring right now tonight just because my bath time is calling me. And I get cranky if I don't have it. But it's always good to make up the second one that you're going to use, and then it's like nothing to sit down and do the second earring next time. I do like the shell structure of this, and it looks like sea glass with a shell. I am kind of digging that. I feel like my hand isn't like the best backdrop, but anyways, I'm really liking that. I feel like this shell is a little, I feel like the other one's got a little bit more shape to it, so I'm gonna look for one like that has a little bit more shape to it that will actually take the teep or the head pin. What do I want to call it? It's called an eye pin. I can't remember the name of it for some reason. We'll be lucky if we can find another one, I guess. Yeah. I'm going to find another one. I like how that looks and I want to use it. The question is will any of these ever be usable for any... Oh, look at that one right there. Sorry. It's a little bit tricky. I didn't know the shell I would pick would be so challenging. All right. If you're feeling impatient, I don't blame you. I sort of am too. Oh, but there we go. There we go. Now see? It's a very similar look. They both have like the little spiral going on the side. So I kind of dig that. And this, okay. Oh, I'm glad you like the ocean theme. I am a big fan of the ocean. I don't know why I live in upstate New York, mostly because of William. At first it was for my daughter, and then she moved to like the Philadelphia area, and I thought, okay, well, she's gone, we'll move right to Florida, but it hasn't happened yet. So now then what I do is I bend it, because that like saves the beat, like it keeps them in place and they won't get lost basically. So now they're intact. So now what I want to do is probably clean up the beads that I didn't end up using so that I don't make a mess, because I'm fond of that. I'm gonna put these all away and that good stuff. I think picking out the beads is probably my very favorite part of doing earrings. I have possibly like the opportunity to sell like my art prints and other things at a market coming up for the Hope for a Women's Heart thing. And I was thinking it would be fun to make up a whole bunch of earrings and have them for sale because they're fun to make. I have a blast doing it, and I have tons of the thread, and I have tons, whoops, I missed one. Tons of beads, tons and tons of beads. Hang on, sorry, I missed one. So that could be fun. But again, if it's not gonna bring me joy or peace, I need to really think about it. If it's going to stress me out, I don't know, it might not be in my best interest. So the way that I make these, I'm gonna just make them, I think, right now at the same time. How's it going in the office, William? How much more time do you have? So you gotta cut it off so that you have like 3/8 of an inch. And then you have, and then that little piece of metal flies somewhere and I never know where. See how I tried to save it and cup it? It like disappeared into the universe. I have no idea where it went off to. It flew somewhere. I have no idea where. I thought I heard it hit the tabletop, but I have no idea. I'll find it at some point and add it to the pile of saved ones because I can make little loops out of the little bits too, but they love to go flying. See, it flew across the room. That flew across the room. It's on the other side of the room. Anyways, that one's a little bit long. Little pieces don't go flying usually. Okay, so now I have my fave pair of pliers. These things are easily 25 years old, and it shows. They are fantastic. I love them. And the other thing I need, my little fish hooks. Silver and ocean always go well together, right? So I'm gonna just make both of these up right now because if I don't sit here and make the second earring, it won't be a big deal because the hard part, not the hard part, but the extra part that takes an extra few minutes after the earring, it will be already ready, waiting, and it's motivating. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn and make the secondary loop on this little thing here, okay? So I just need to see what I'm doing. You just have to like keep kind of turning it and turning it and turning it gently. Wrap it around. That's why the pair of pliers I'm using are like rounded all the way around. Because then you can make the loop without like chinking up the metal, basically. Okay, so there's one. Look how great that looks. I love that. So I want to stab this into my earring somewhere. I just need to decide, like, what do I want to be the top part of the earring? Maybe that? Yeah. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up this loop on the bottom one, not the one I just made, the one that came ready-made. And I'm gonna feed my little earring through. If I can. There we go. And I'm gonna go back in and close it up. Honestly, to make the second earring would probably only take me 15 minutes or so. I could probably just sit here and do it. Make sure that this isn't bent because it wants to. For some reason, the silver eye pens are a little flimsier than the gold ones. All right, now I'm gonna open up the fish hook. And you like fold it upwards, you don't pull it apart, okay? You wanna keep the metal stronger. So if you do it that way, it will actually help it to not snap. All right, so looky look, there's the first one. Isn't that pretty? It wouldn't take me long to make the second one, so I don't hear William coming to knock down the door. I'm gonna just take a few minutes and make the second one because it won't be that hard. Now we've got this part already ready to go. In fact, if I really, really wanted to be nice to myself.
I'm knocking down the door.
Hi, you ready to go? Are you done? You want to call it quits?
No, I got a little bit more and I'll have all the lights.
Nice. What do you think of my new earring?
I love the new earring.
Isn't that pretty? It would match my dress so well today, don't you think?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got a freshy pair to wear tomorrow now.
Yeah. If it matches what I'm wearing.
And if it doesn't, then I'm sure you have another pair that does.
What's really nice to know is that clearly I did make this with a size 1, but I went with 5 instead of 6, chain 6, and it made the openings like a little smaller.
Oh, okay. What made you not have the comments on the iPad?
I don't know. I thought I had it plugged in somewhere maybe.
It's over here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I could see them on there. It's fine. Just because I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
Because my glasses.
It'd be easier for you to read.
Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever.
Than the ice cream sandwich.
Whatever. All right. So go do what you're doing.
All right.
I am gonna do my little workout before I take my bath. I'm still gonna stick to my routine.
Yeah.
It's a kindness to myself. And
yeah, it's not a kindness to my legs though. I'll tell you that. It's a hard workout.
He laughs because my workout makes his legs hurt.
I was when I was at the men's
breakfast.
The men's breakfast this morning. One of the subjects came up. I did bring up that I did the workout with you, and I said, you know, you'd think you'd make fun of women because their workouts are all girly. Yeah, sit down and try it. Said I do it with my wife, and it kicks my butt.
Can you turn off that space heater? I am like so hot.
You can hear it on the live stream too.
Well, then turn that off.
All right.
I wasn't even thinking about it. It was just that I'm overheated.
Yeah. Well, I was in there and I'm like, wait a minute, is the heater running in here? And I'm like looking around. I'm like,
oh, why didn't you say something?
Because I forgot.
Okay. All right.
It came and went.
I'm going to be trying to do a second earring here. If I can get the magic circle put together here.
Sweet.
If I can do the second earring, that will be great. I mean, honestly, I would make a whole inventory of earrings for the Hope for Women's Heart thing if I got back, if I got used to doing it again. They don't actually take that long, and I have tons of supplies, and I feel like people would pay for them. I don't know if they would pay as much as I would like them to pay, but still, it's all like free stuff that not free, but stuff that I've already paid for.
Yeah.
So at this point, it'd just be some extra money in the business account, I guess. And once you get back into making them, they're not as challenging. It's challenging when you're out of practice, because honestly, it's so tiny. But once you get to working with them, it's not a big deal.
I don't know if you say so. They look so tiny. It looks like Barbie crochet.
It is kind of like Barbie crochet. You're not totally wrong about that. But I get you, and I get Mary, and I get sometimes Roman King, and I get other people who come by and say hi and keep me company. And it's almost like I'm not alone in my creative spaces.
Yeah.
So when I am having anxiety, I find that I can come into my creative space and be with friends, and it helps my anxiety. That's why you're always trying to get me a live stream, but I have anxiety about getting on the live stream, so.
Let me see if I can do a sound check, because your mic is not lit up.
Uh-oh.
So just keep talking and I'll let you know.
So is my receiver lit up? It's not. So I wonder if my receiver... Let me...
The receiver's not lit up, but I hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay. Well, I can turn them back on, but it's possible that they died. I had them plugged in. And I have backups over there as well. I'm not really sure. Mary says she can hear us, but maybe she can hear, but you might be able to hear me a little clearer now. I don't know. Not sure. I do want to find microphones, if possible, that I don't have to have a receiver plugged into my phone, though. I think that is, honestly, it seems kind of outdated with everything being Wi-Fi. You're kidding me, right? My phone needs a receiver in order to make microphones work. Are you kidding me? Earbuds and even like Wi-Fi connections from my iPad to my phone work, and I don't need like a device. But yet, for a tiny dinky little microphone, I've got to have a receiver plugged into my phone. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. I don't know if I agree with it, but we're going to have to try to find some microphones that don't have that. There probably are freestanding ones, but are there the lapel ones, basically, so I can have both hands free and I don't have to be stuck in one spot sitting in front of her mic. I'm not a podcaster. I'm an artist. I'm not a podcaster, Jim. I'm an artist. See, this earring's going to come along faster than I even want to admit. The first one was just like a practice run. Oh, okay. That's a good idea, Mary. If I take some time to make some inventory, yeah, because this thing's coming up in May, so it could be super stressful. And now I'm trying to build a website and catalog my artwork and all that stuff. So I don't think you're wrong about that at all. I want to be able to, I give myself ridiculously short deadlines. Some of that comes from like being in school for so many years, but I want to give myself more grace and mercy and also give myself better deadlines. I want to finish things, but I want to have more realistic deadlines. Like the sweater pattern that I'm writing, oh my gosh, I would have loved to have the pattern test already done and gone by now. But in reality, I'm still figuring it out, and it's more reasonable for me to say, hey, this is going to be something that I put out in the fall maybe, and not try to worry about it for at least a few months, you know. We'll see if I even want to write up the pattern. Or maybe I'll write up a different, I don't know. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got one more petal to do. I'll probably be so happy that I just sat here and did this. And it really wouldn't have taken as much time as I would like to believe. So I'm just fond of complaining. And I know I'm not supposed to. It's not a good habit. But I'm just like, meh. All right, I've got to get... How many more of these? Just one more? Wait, I lost my spot. Dang it. Okay. Oh, that's the 5th one. So technically I'm supposed to be going back and joining to the first... Oh my word, I don't even know if I can see it in there. It's like so tucked down into the tiny little space. This tiny hook wants to split this tiny thread and this tiny earring. I think I'm ready to join back to the first one. That still looks kind of ugly though. All right, give me a second. I've got to try to figure out how to free up the first one. The stitch like got buried because you have to put like so many inside the center one that the first ones almost get like buried. So I'm gonna try to make this one a little smaller. It wants to be giant because it's covering up so much stuff. It looks like weird though to me. I'm gonna try to join it into the beginning stitch there. I don't know. We're gonna call that. Can't say I'm super thrilled with how that looks, but it is what it is. So let's just go around and get the petals done. It's not. My mother used to say you're not gonna see it on a galloping horse, anyways. And then come to find out, that's actually a really true statement. People don't actually remember what you look like, what you're wearing, how your hair looks. They have like a generic idea of what you look like in their mind's eye, even if you see them all the time. And they can't really remember what you really look like on a day-to-day basis. They can just remember their generic idea of you, basically. So that's a little bit comforting. Right, end with a pair, end strong. You know, I could leave it for tomorrow, but I will feel way more accomplished if I just finish it tonight. I'll feel like I gifted myself something after a long, challenging day. That cape was stressing me out today. It's done, but I was stressed. And then the Canva content creation was really getting on my nerves every last minute of the day. I was stressing about this Canva stuff I'm working on. So William's like, hey, at like 7 o'clock, he's like, or 7:30, he's like, hey, why don't we like chill out a little bit here? You seem really stressed out. I'm like, I am. If I didn't say yes to all this stuff to do, I would be just making art in the studio right now. But now I'm creating Canva documents and I'm working on a cape and I'm doing all this other stuff. But, you know, it's my own fault because I didn't have to say yes to anything. I do it to myself. I do it to myself. It's hard to say no. And people are like, oh, you're so talented and you're so helpful and you're so nice. And then you don't want to say no because then they're not going to, you know, and they won't think that anymore. So I don't know. It's like a catch-22. Right, there's like a hair on my thread, which on thread, a hair makes a big difference. All right, slip stitch into the space. We have already 1 petal done, 4 more to go. And the earring is nearly ready to be assembled already. See, look at that. That's a rewarding type of thing to do, huh? So this will be a fun live stream if anyone ever wants to pop back and watch it. If someone comes across it, they get to see a whole completed pair, which will be kind of cool. All right, 4 doubles. So there's 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Ah, no. 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. Okay, it does make my finger sore. Like that part of my finger right there is like annoyed. It starts to hurt. I smashed this finger once. That's why it looks different than all the other ones, because it got smashed with like a really heavy weight and got busted badly. So now it's like annoyed because that's what I hold things when I crochet. It's just the way I do it. And I've tried to figure out a different way to do it so that I wouldn't have like the nerve pain, but I can't. So I just try to deal with it. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch into the stitch you just did. 3 more doubles. 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and then the half double and single and slip stitch in place. Okay, wow, I tell you, my arm like gets to like exercise it when I'm doing this. Could I use a thimble? It's possible. It's weird because I don't know if you can tell, but like the nail is like pointing upward. It got smashed, and it's just an angry thing. I was having a bad panic attack, and was trying to do something while I was doing that, and it didn't work out to my benefit. I just try not to overuse it too much. It's mostly only when I'm crocheting, and especially if I'm crocheting something that's like a challenging yarn that you have to like hold on to, or that is rough textured or something. For the most part, it's not too annoying, but occasionally it gets on my nerves. Literally on my nerves. All right, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and now slip stitch to the double crochet. Look at that. We've got 2.5 petals done already. Yeah, that's what I worry, that the thimble would because this part right here is not rounded. It's funny because that's kind of how like my big toes are. They always dig through my shoes. It wasn't any of my nails, but then I smashed this one, and now it's like how my big toes all point upwards a little bit. I have to get like boxy toe shoes. So I mostly wear Birkenstocks and wool clogs because I can't stand anything pushing down on the end of my toe for the same reason that it has like this little upward thing for some reason. They're all like a good length and everything. There's not like oddness to my toes, except for that my big toes, the nail is like pointed upwards for some reason. So it digs through all of my shoes. Like sneakers. I don't even really wear sneakers, but if I did. 1, 2, 3 petals. We got 2 more left. 1. I said this would take like 15 minutes. Now, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes. I haven't timed it. I wasn't looking at when I started. I'll be able to go back in the live stream and do the math, I guess, but it's not taking that long actually, so. For me not to make the second earring is kind of silly, and I have like several pairs where I did not make the second earring. That's why we're here, because of this guy. But now we know how to do that. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and probably make that second one because I still have video editing to do and a little workout to do and a bath to do. So I probably won't make the second earring, but I'm thinking of leaving this little crochet setup going. This little beading crochet area, because this is nice. This could be my secret hideout. All right, 1, 2, all right, I gotta do 2 more half doubles. Or no, doubles. Yeah, sorry, 2 more doubles. Then at the picot stitch, 1, 2, 3, and pull through. Come on now, we're on the last petal. We're almost on the last petal anyways. So you got this. You got this thread, crochet hook, fingers. All right, 2. Whoops, another hair. Boy, those tiny little hairs. But when you're micro crocheting, they look like giant dinosaur hairs, if dinosaurs had hair. All right, that's too big a loop. That's not gonna work. 1, 2, we've got 1 more double. Then a half. Then a single. And the slip. All right, I almost thought that only had 2 double crochets and I was gonna cry and say I'm not undoing this whole earring for that. No, it's good. All right, so last petal. We're down to the wire here. Single, half. Oh man, I hate it when I tear the thread. It says it's cotton, but the way it like tears, it makes like fibers that look ugly. One. 2, 3. Come on, stay where you're supposed to be. Whoops. I wonder what I'm doing. I'm like pulling it along the loop there, trying to shift them a little bit. 4. Okay, chain 3, last picot of the flower. Join. I'll tell you what, the crochet works up a sweat. I gotta remember that. Because you know, if you're having anxiety, one of the best things you can do is like burn off the cortisol with like sweating. which is why I will like do workouts or go for a walk or whatever. I had no idea that this is like a little bit of a workout. I'm kind of grateful. My arms are burning. I feel like I'm doing a plank a little bit. All right, second double crochet.
It's a crochet plank. Is it like a crank?
A crank, yeah. All right, I've got a half double.
Running downstairs for a second, then come back up.
Yep, I'm gonna be done in just a minute here.
Okay.
All right, a single. We're gonna slip stitch to the first one. We're gonna try to slip stitch to the first one. All right, yeah, so if this feels, it's a little bit like playing the piano. I get really sweaty. I'm not willing to give that up right there. You came through, you're staying through. All right, so I'm gonna do some trimming. Pull that one through. Look at that. So in that short little bit of time, we have earring number 2. And it was totally worth it because it's awfully fun to know that I have a brand new pair of earrings at my disposal. I could make them exactly matchy-match like that. Or I could kind of like flip it around and make it a little different. So, all right. This one was already like woven in as I was going, so I'm gonna just trim it. And then this one just needs a little bit of weaving in. And luckily, we already have the beads on the wire. You heard of birds on the wire, but what about beads on the wire? Yeah, I probably need to use the needle threader, man, because this is, I have it. I just always figured, no, by the time I do it, I'll already have it threaded, and then I don't. There we go. All right. So let's poke it down through to the back side. Here we go. Just kind of wrap it around the magic circle a little bit here so that it will stay put. I need my little pliers. It's pretty tight actually right at this point on the back. But then you know that your thread's going to be secure and not come out, so that's not a bad thing. Let's do one more just for, you know, posterity. All right, perfect. Trim that. And we can do that little bit of assemblée. So I'm gonna do the bottom loop. If I can get it to stop spinning while I'm trying to grab it. It's being a trickster. All right, so now I think what I'll do, I don't know if I want them to be like exactly the same on both sides of my head, so maybe I'll do this one like this. And this is the front. So now I need to flip. Put that like this. This is a good way to end the day. The day was a little stressful. Yesterday was also a little bit stressful. So this was a really nice way to end the day. It's like a Xanax or a glass of wine, honestly. I think I could just do this instead of that and have the same effect. All right, and now I'm gonna attach the fishhook part. Okay. And there is a completed full pair of earrings. I don't know how much time the second one took me, but start to finish, even with the beading part, probably only 30 minutes extra. So there we go. I've got another whole pair of earrings, and we solved, oh, this one has the same kind of shell on there too. Interesting. We've solved the mystery of what size hook was I using, because clearly I was using this size hook, and even maybe actually did the chain 6, because these are a little bit smaller now. So that that 1 millimeter hook, it wasn't too big. My tension was just too loose. So it looks like I could even, maybe I was doing the chain 6. So I just had to get like my, when they say wet your whistle, I had to like wet my crochet hook. Oh, thank you, Mary. I really appreciate you hanging out and keeping me company while I was dealing with some anxiety and some just needed to be escapist for the evening, and got into the fiber art studio and took care of that, because you know what? That's a better thing to do than other destructive things I could be choosing to do. So I am really grateful that you like the earrings. I think that they are so much fun, and hopefully you will see me wearing them in the next video. So if you've been hanging out with me for the evening, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't liked and subscribed, I'd love for you to do so. And I think I'm gonna close out for the night, go take my bath and soak my feet and enjoy the rest of my evening with my husband. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great night, and I will catch y'all in the next video.